Hello, my name is Jean. I am a knitter. There are times in your life when you should not knit. I'm going through one of those times. I have one heck of a head cold, and I'm on decongestants. And I have what commercials used to say, I have medicine head. I could drive if I had to. Um, I've been reading. I've been sleeping a lot. I thought, I am rested. I am fed. I can breathe with my mouth closed. Yea, maybe I could knit. I got out my Springwood shawl because the new colors have arrived and I can knit on it. Yay! It's looking gorgeous. I'm really pleased. Um, the folks at Neighborhood Fiber were absolutely fabulous. And I got this green, which I am currently using. And I got this green, which is going to go in between this one and this one to finalize. I can't hold them all up. I don't have enough hands. Maybe. Maybe not. That's what I've got. So I have a lovely range of colors. They have names. The names are Federal Hill is the gray at the bottom of the shawl. Then there's Rosemont, and then Anacostia, and Oakenshaw, Greenmount, and finally Edgewood. I love all these colors. Partly it's the names, partly it's the colors, partly it's because I have met the owner. Can I remember her name? Please excuse me. My brain is not working on all cylinders. So I sat down with the chart and I worked very slowly and I worked very carefully and I was keeping track and I did not get 45 stitches in before there was a horrible error and I put the stitch holders, point protectors on and set it down. I can correct the error. As a matter of fact, I did correct the error, but I'm not going to risk it. I'm not going to have to frog back 5 rows because I made a horrible mistake on cold medication. There are times you should not knit. You should not knit when there has been a significant amount of alcohol involved. You should not knit when you are exhausted. I don't care if you have to finish this baby gift by tomorrow to give it. You're probably going to make a mistake and it won't be done anyway. Much better put the knitting down and back away slowly. I'm also working on a project that perhaps I could be working on. But right now, I'm not knitting. My body is telling me, oh, you could do all kinds of wonderful things. And my brain is telling me, you will regret this. You will rip out. You will make no progress. You will be frustrated. You will be annoyed. You won't make positive progress. I will say, yes, I did. I'm 50 stitches ahead. Now, for a day, that's not much. But knowing that I have 50 stitches with 0 errors, I'll take that as a win. So if you like what I'm talking about, subscribe, share, hit the like button, send me a comment. I hope you are feeling well. I'm not actually feeling very bad. I'm just not feeling really together to the point where I want to risk having a disaster. I will say that this weekend, I drove into Phoenix and hung out with my sister. We went to a yarn shop that I absolutely have got to go back to, Tempeh Yarn. You are incredible. We chatted with the owner. She's an incredible woman. They do their own dyeing. Oh, depth of selection, all kinds of notions, classes, weaving, spinning. This woman is yarny to the max. Oh, it's so nice. Yes, it's a 3-hour drive. It's worth it for me. It is more than worth it. I also went shopping with a list because I did not have the complete set of my ChiaoGoo double-pointed needles. If you give me a choice between a 9-inch circular or a smaller than 9-inch circular and a set of double-pointeds, I want the double points. Thank you very much. I learned how to use them back in the 70s, and I have knit with them many, 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 many times. I'm so comfortable with them. I don't get ladders. I don't get ladders when I do magic loop. I don't like the tiny, tiny, tiny needles that you can only put two fingers and your thumb on when I am knitting, because I use my hand to control the angle of the needle, and when I'm doing that, I have trouble controlling the angle of the needle. I understand. The little 2-inch shorties, those are for drastic. 3, maybe 4s, I'm good. You get me up to 5s, well, if I have 6 inches, they might as well be double points, because I have double pointed 6 inches. Go for it. But that's just technique, and that's me. I will also say that if you have learned how not to get ladders in Magic Loop, you probably won't get ladders for double pointeds either. If you are using flexi flips and you are not getting ladders, you might as well be using double points. I've tried that. ChiaoGoo has these little tiny joins that you can put on their tiny needles, and it's supposedly like a flexi flip. It might as well be double pointeds. But that's for me. Everybody knits in their own way. And right now, I am not knitting. I do not want to have to rip out and start over or go backwards. I would love to keep knitting, but for now, I know the right thing is to read about knitting and talk about knitting and look for new patterns, but don't actually knit. I'll be fine. This is a mild cold. I'm happy. I'm curled up in my snuggly things. Life is good. My dog is happy. My husband had a horrible sinus infection. That's probably where I got the cold from. But it'll all be all right in the end. And eventually, I will keep knitting.